Welcome back to the Rockin' Hockey Show. We are here with Rochester, New York native, Frank Latucca. Hi, Frank.
David?
Frank, seven-year pro, played in Italy, played in IHL, played in East Coast League. You're an all-star. You played in the World Championships. Wow, fantastic career. What was your best memory of that?
Oh, gosh. I could go back to when I was, I guess, 8 years old or 10 years old when a coach told me, you skate like Bobby Orr. And I didn't even know who he was.
Bobby Orr, behind the net to Sanderson, Orr! Bobby Orr! Scores in the Boston Bruins!
But seriously.
Most players today probably don't, but...
You're right. Probably my best memory is playing in the 1992 World Championships, which was, at the time, one of the best tournaments in the world.
What are your thoughts on skating? You as a young player, did you do anything particular that made you a great skater? Was it a gift? And was it something that you nurtured throughout your career?
I'll have to say it was a gift from day one.
Let's talk about some of the young kids that may be out there watching this. If you had to tell them one thing that they needed to really work on to become a good hockey player, what would it be?
I would say skating. It's not just because it's, I guess, my forte, but if you can't skate, you can't keep up. Right. Everybody's got to be able to skate. And the second thing, and I know you just asked me one, but love the game. Just love to go out there and have fun.
That was gonna be. After you got done playing, you had a boy and a girl, and you were able to, your son played hockey.
He did.
What was it like having to, switch hats from my coach hat to my dad hat to...
My goal was for him to love the game, and I wanted him to be able to play men's league someday, like I still do,
right,
and enjoy it and make lifelong friends, and play a great sport.
Did you find it hard, knowing how hard it is to be a professional hockey player, or even play college hockey for that matter? Did you find it how hard to push your son and challenge him to be better, or did it kind of take care of itself? Or
one of my favorite questions I think that people ask me, parents now that are just getting their kids into it, and parents back when my son was young, in this premier program, and spend lots of money and lots of time and travel, and to me, I read my son, and he was happy and content playing a little bit more mild of a brand. He didn't start travel till he was a Bantam, in what he was doing with his friends, and just enjoy it and play other sports and study hard. He's a pharmacist now, and he's still playing to this day. He's playing men's league, and it wasn't difficult.
So let's talk about you played, then you coached. You coached your son. You watched him grow and develop, and now you've come full circle, and you're back to coaching mite hockey. How awesome is that?
It is. I didn't think I'd love it like I did.
So you still find it fulfilling?
I did. I found it fulfilling.
Interject real quick is you and I have a lot of similar philosophies on the sport, how to coach it, how to play it, and for all the years I coached, I tried to bring that fun aspect along. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon concept to it that you're trying to do, and it is tough.
There's a time and a place,
time and a place,
and trying to find that line is difficult for all the coaches that are, coaching at every level, serious or non.
Yeah.
There's that line, and how to push and when to push, and
the sport needs people like you, and it needs to constantly refresh itself with not only hockey players, but just people that have the right attitude, personality,
knowledge,
right? Knowledge of how to succeed and love hockey for a lifetime. So that's...
You should make that quote right there, because that's awesome. Yeah.
All right, can you make a note of that one?
Succeed.
Yes, I got it marked.
Oh, you just marked that.
I just marked it.
Hey, you're the best.
Hey, we're going to take a quick commercial break and check out the Rockin' Hockey Glossary. Now, back to the interview. What are your thoughts on players today, young players, you know, with the talent, the skill? Just what are your thoughts on them, knowing what you came through as a young player, watching your son come up,
Yep.
and what players are coming into now with, it's a different game, obviously, but their equipment is different.
Their commitment.
Commitment level is different. You know, sports are year-round. What are your thoughts? Just general comments on that.
I guess I'm all about the child, the athlete, himself, herself. How hard to push, when to push, like we were just talking about. I guess I'm a firm believer still in playing other sports, taking a break. Even, you know, a break nowadays is maybe getting on the ice once a week or once every 2 weeks in the summer. That's a break. Back in our day, taking a break was taking a few months off.
A couple months.
And playing other sports. So we could go around and around about this. I support, you know, I just hope parents can read their kids and don't push them to not love the game when they're 12, 13, 15 years old, when it really becomes important.
Yep. If your child is still playing when they're an adult, doesn't matter if they're playing men's league or whatever, then you've done the right thing as a parent. If they're still playing, all the money and the time you've invested, you've done the right thing. Whether they ever played at a high level, they're still enjoying the sport, and it is a lifelong sport. And Frank, what do you think with skating in general? People say you got to become a better skater. What are some aspects of skating, or some different technical?
I think that's a great question. You've been teaching the game for a lot of years.
100 years.
100 years almost. I haven't had the cake out yet. And to me, hockey skating is so much stop starts. It's lateral movement. It's transition from backwards to forward, forward to backwards. That lateral, you know, bringing speed from you're moving laterally backward to opening up to forward skating. And I just don't think there's enough touched on that. I think there's a need to be able to seamlessly transition on your edges, going forward and backward, backward and forward. Yeah, that's, I guess, we always want to go
Is there
fast.
anybody in here that wants to go fast?
I want to go fast.
Get that man a suit.
We always want to go from point A to point B as fast as we can, but you know, it'd be nice to be able to get there in a different way, you
Efficiently.
know, and as efficient as possible. And that comes in with stride,
Yep.
things that you teach every day.
A
And
lot of coaches, or even instructors for that matter, that when they try to do transition or pivoting or forward backward stuff, changing directions, it's all just go faster, go faster, go faster.
I want to go fast too.
There's never any correction on how to go faster and how to do it better
in control.
and in control, and how to apply that in a game situation. It's great having you on the show. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Frank Latucca, Rockin' Hockey Show.
And cut.